Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing? Hey, Jerry. Hey, Johnny. How are you? What's up, Trade Maker? And, oh, hey, welcome, Mr. Mother Truck. Welcome to folks on YouTube. Good morning and welcome to the Trading Syndicate. I am JJ vwaptrader1 on X, and welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. Hey, Lonigan, how you doing? Juan, how's it going? Well, another big short squeeze again yesterday. Overnight inventory is mixed. It's about half and half, half long, half short. Getting a little bit of a liquidation here. I don't know how long it's going to last. Let's go mark those short positions from yesterday's profile. You can see where they are. We have a P-shaped profile from yesterday. Right? Shorts are trapped here, and of course, all over the bloody place. It's not even month end, but obviously the short squeeze is a direct result of contract rollover as we roll from one contract into another. There are a ton of shorts that have been short in the quarter that are coming into cover at the last minute. And we'll see how this all sort of shakes out next week. Do you think the market hits all-time high in the morning? Well, we've already hit an all-time high last night. Um, the NQ, well, it may, Mr. Simpson. Um, it may. It doesn't really matter. These markets are hitting all-time highs every 2 or 3 days. We seem to hit an all-time high. So it's not become a big deal anymore. Like it was in the 80s and the 90s. It was a big thing when we used to hit all-time highs because it didn't happen every week. Now the way this market's been constructed and built, it seems to hit an all-time high every 2 or 3 days. So not really a big deal anymore, right? All we're trying to do is find some way for us to profit off of it. And so we had J period adjust inventory lower, which is normal. That's good, right? J period usually adjusts inventory lower in Globex and also in RTH, just because it's after quite a bit of trading. We do have a poor low here. Our overnight low is a poor low right where that I low is. And if we break that, I'll be looking for just under 85 to see some stops. 79 would be really good, Doc, because it would come and fill these single prints. That would be lovely. If we got some liquidation down to 79. I gotta say I'm short biased. I'm with the doc on this one. I'm short biased. When we take out this overnight low as we're coming to it, let's see what kind of response is waiting for us in the 85s. ES is 66.42. Oh, yeah, you're looking at the new contract, my friend. But yeah, I mean, I'm not really trading the new contract because look, it's only traded 4,000 contracts and we've traded 39,000. So the rollover will happen next week. We are trading higher in the new contract, so that's generally always the case. I don't think I've ever remembered it rolling lower. So, hey, AZS, what's going on? Raj, how are you? Oh, good, you're not on the road. That's handy. That's always nice. Oh, okay, let's get down to this poor high and see if we can go tickle it. My zone's 90 quarter to 93 half. Double it down to 83 and 3/4. And now let's go see if we can take out that overnight low. Three-point difference? It's a bit more than that, mother truck. The old contract is trading at 86 half. The new one is trading at 66.41. Yeah, I don't know, because it always rolls higher. I honestly don't know the reason for it being that way. I don't know the mechanics of the rollover. And you know what? What I do, here's what I do, right? It always rolls higher. It's always 30 or 40 points higher, right? So what I do is on the weekend, like this weekend, I'll redo my zones and everything on the new contract, just so it's ready for rollover. And when the volume in the old one surpasses the new one, I'll straight. I mean, the volume on the new one surpasses the old one. I'll just start trading the new one, and the old one's forgotten about. I don't roll contracts over because I don't hold positions overnight. I don't hold positions on a swing basis. So for me, let them do whatever they want. There's a lot of stuff that I don't know about markets. There's a huge amount of information that I don't know. So I really focus on what I do know. And that way, it's okay to be naturally curious. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to. But for me, I just really, for me to make any money doing this, right, I find for myself, retail trading requires an insane amount of focus, right? So if I don't focus, I don't make any money. So I really focus. I have very tunnel vision. You probably have noticed that. Because people will ask questions and I go, I don't know, I don't care. Watch the bid. Right? So I'll try and find out the answer for you, but it's not going to help you make any money. Right? So there's a lot of stuff in finance, like, I don't know how to trade derivatives. I don't trade options. I don't know the Greeks. Right? But I pay my rent. Right? You know what I mean? I'm really a blue collar trader. Right? I want to make my daily bread and try not to think about it. Yeah, I know. I have enough work to do when I'm putting deals together and dealing with like securities law and that kind of thing. I was never on the floor, Mr. Simpson, and I'm not a drug guy. You know, I like a good glass of scotch and a decent cigar, but I was never on the floor. I was a desk trader in Vancouver. The floor closed when I started, and I'm not a drug guy. It's kind of a strange question. What are the trader's drug of choice? You'd have to ask somebody who was into drugs, you know? Not me. Uh, although I like a good cigar and I like a good glass of scotch, but as far as drugs are concerned, it's not really my bailiwick. I can see it's going to be another one of those days, eh? uh, uh, seriously, guys. Uh, Smoked or Adderall? Oh man. You know, we had a job to do, right? We didn't really have time to calm down and it was the 90s, there was no you guys are kind of you're kind of mollycoddled these days. We just got to work, and you basically worked until you had a heart attack and then they hauled your ass off to hospital and pat you together again, and then you get back in there, you know? What's up, Trade Baker? Yeah, we've got good distribution here. Uh, uh, anyway, okay, we're slowly creeping lower. Next stop is 84 and three quarters. Oh, yeah, it's good, Johnny, if you can just leave it to watching the price lift, right? Don't start believing the numbers on the side of the DOM, okay? Because that'll get you into trouble, right? Just a little disclaimer there. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do this weekend, AO. I'm going to do my levels for the new contract. Yeah, those orders, don't look at that stuff. If you just want to see the price moving up and down, that's one thing, but those are expressions of interest, right? And no trader, unless they were insane, would actually show you what they were going to do before they did it. Yeah, yeah. You could pay for more, but you don't really need it, right? All you need to do is just watch the offer, right? If the offer is moving up, don't short it. If the offer is moving down and you're short, you're good to go, right? If the offer is moving down, don't buy it until it stops and starts going back up again. That's really the basic rules of trading are this, right? When price is getting marked down, don't stand in there and buy it. Wait till it stabilizes and starts going back up, right? If you're shorting and price is going up, don't short it. Wait till it starts getting put on sale. Yeah, right. I mean, trading's not rocket science. Execution is difficult because the markets are constantly changing and order flow is constantly changing, right? It's the flow of customers coming into the marketplace. Last night when I wrote up a little thing and I said, okay, look for these levels. So the levels were like 85, 84 and three quarters, and then 82 and a half, and then 81 and a half, and then the ultimate target would be 79 and a half on a small run here, and fill in those singles. And there's so many people short from yesterday that there's going to be a fairly decent amount of orders in the system to try and cover for overnight liquidation, right? Yeah, I'm going to have to redo all these balance zones for the new contract. Exactly, Nigel. Singles will only be classed as filled in RTH. Why are you short biased? Because it's nighttime and I'm kind of thinking that there's not as much buying competition as there is during the day because it's almost 3 in the morning in New York. Nigel? I mean, Mohammed? It would be nice to get some liquidation. We'll get better price action if we get some liquidation. You know, Doc's looking for 79. I'm looking for 79 and a quarter, right? It's just that, like, yesterday, you got that M spike, right? But it didn't hold. We came back and closed underneath it. But you could see that there's a huge amount of volume right here. And that's basically people getting bought in. Right? There's a lot of buy-ins in the last sort of hour and a half of trading. So that buying pressure isn't there at nighttime, usually, right? Now, if people are really, really short, we would have been up here above 6,600 already. But this is allowing people to do a little bit of covering. But every time we kind of go down, the buyers come in, right? And it's just everybody who has to roll, is trying desperately to cover. Because remember, in the last quarter, right? Let's not forget how many short positions there were in the last quarter. Remember what we went and looked at Remember how the gaps down, they filled the next day? Big gap down fills the next day, right? Big gap down fills the next day, right? Here it is. Big gap fills the next day. But all the gaps, the up gaps, right? Excuse me. Sorry, I had to sneeze. All these gaps here are unfilled. You know, we still have gaps that have not filled. So all the lower gaps filled the next day. Boom, boom, right? Gap, fill, right? So, and every time this market liquidated, it went to newer highs. Liquidated, newer highs. Liquidated, newer highs. You can see it, right? Boom, boom, right? Every single time. So there's a ton of trap players, you know, just in the last couple of months. So, you know, when you want to roll and the new contract is 50 points higher, you know, that's quite a outlay of capital, right? And I don't think it was particularly helpful that, you know, the tech stocks really, I mean, look at Oracle. I mean, check this out, folks. This is pretty amazing, right? This is a massive gap in Oracle, right? That is a huge short position, right? This little gap here never filled either. Look, it's almost like, oh, it's almost like they saw it coming. You know, it's kind of interesting. A little foreshadowing. The people with low, yeah. I mean, you know, not everyone is completely short. A lot of people are hedging and things like that, but still, there are a lot of the market profile structure shows just an insane amount of short positions. So it's yeah, it's going to be an interesting, very very interesting contract rollover, contract rolling into new highs. The gap on open door? No, I didn't, Deuce. I haven't looked at that stock. What is that? What do they do? Some sort of tech deal? Yeah, definitely. We'll need to find some equilibrium. That is a word that is not used very much these days, AO. Unfortunately, it is not used very much. Oh, sort of getting rid of realtors? That's cool. Hence the name Open Door. Well, good grief, folks. Oh, oh, they used them. This is another slow. Gosh, I hope after. You know what? It's going to be horrible until the Fed, and then really hoping that after the Fed we get some good price action. This is fairly brutal. You know, usually London we get some decent trades, you know, around this time. But with these constant new highs and this short squeeze that we're seeing, like yesterday I didn't trade Globex at all, which is really rare. That's good, Deuce. Yeah, you know, if you are going short, you know, what AO says is right. It's okay to take hit and run shorts. You know, like say you saw a seller at 65.90, you shorted it down to like 86, 87, made 2, 3 points and covered. Nothing wrong with that. But position shorts? Woof. No, thank you. No, I don't even. I wouldn't short even using your account. There's just no sense. No, it's not a bad question at all, Deuce. Globex is just another way of saying the night market, which is what you're trading right now, if you're trading, right? So the night market is from 6 p.m. The after hours session is from 6 p.m. New York time to 9:30 a.m. the next day, right? It's called Globex because when they originally invented night trading, there was a company called Globex. So in the original night trading market, they would actually bring a machine and install it in your house and hardwire a phone line in, right? Like Damon Pavlatos, right? He used to be like big floor trader, right? And like he used to trade for Paul Tudor Jones, right? He was his guy on the floor. So he had a Globex machine, and his wife didn't like it, so they actually had to put it in their clothing closet, and he'd go and trade in the closet, right? But they had to like install, and the company that did that, their name was Globex, so the name stuck. It's actually a brand name. I mean, it's boring. We'll do a little trading trivia. Like, can anybody name what was the name of Jesse Livermore's boat? No? Yes? Long Cotton? I think it was called the Anita Venetian. What was J.P. Morgan's boat called? Oh, here comes London. I think it was called the Corsair. We might have to start, if it keeps being slow like this, we might have to do some like Wall Street trivia. Who was the first female millionaire on Wall Street who was so cheap she wouldn't even pay for a dentist for her son and kept stock certificates sewn into the lining of her clothing? Eddie Green. Well, we got a seller at 89 and a quarter. This seems like London's already gone on long weekend here. Not much action. Yeah, it's like watching paint dry. All right, creep it up. Let's see if we can get up to 90 and a quarter. Good grief. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. I'll be glad when the weekend's here. Do I have a template for my chart settings? I can do you one better, Deuce. I can actually just send you the chart book. Do you have Sierra chart? Here, I'll send you the file. I'll just put it in the general chat now, but somebody put it in the whatchamacallit, the software section, please. So just download that. Yeah. Hey, we're back at VWAP. Okay, so we found the bid. We couldn't take out that 85 and a half. Had I been on the ball, I probably should have gone long. Should we expect some liquidation? No. I feel like Mother Truck, every time I say we should expect some liquidation, I'm like those farmers waiting for rain in a drought. You know? I would like some liquidation, but I'm really not expecting any. Usually, when London opens, like it did 7 minutes ago, it usually likes to go down here and correct inventory, grab some cheap product, and then go back up. That has failed to happen so far. The normal kind of things in the market lately, Mother Truck, going into this rollover, really haven't been happening. That's why I've taken way less trades this week, right? Yeah, we've had just ridiculous moves higher because of short covering, right? Yeah, let's see. If we do a look above and fail of 90, say you're short 89, 90, right? You're looking for them to take out 87. But gosh, nobody wants to play today. And we don't even have high margin. You know, no news, no nothing. Yeah, it's been pretty brutal. That's okay. As we go into the new quarter, as this we start coming around the home stretch, things will change. So if you're short 89 and a half, 90 against VWAP, let's see if we could get down and get under 87. We might have a rotation between maybe 85 and 90. The sun's out in Liverpool. I tell you, as soon as I'm off here with you guys, I am running outside. You got to enjoy these sunny days while they last, right? Take advantage of the nice weather. let's go to 87 first, AZS. We got to go through 87. Always sunny in Liverpool. Actually, it's actually a lot more sunny here than people give it credit for. It rains in the morning, and then usually mid morning the sun comes out. Yeah, Bitcoin caught a bid too, didn't it? I'm really behind on my crypto research. I got a lot of reading to do. Oh. Yes, I am by the sea. Well, it is an island, you know, Raj. It is an island. You got to be by the sea, right? Oh, gosh. Yeah, sorry for the folks who are watching. We literally are watching paint dry. We can't even get down to 87 for God's sakes. That's why we're talking about the weather and where people live. So you're in Denmark. Oh, that's cool. Never been there. Anybody want to see looking at a stock? Anybody interested in looking at something? Questions? I have to really clean up this chart book. My God, I got a lot of stuff on here. It's because my girlfriend, she's like, I need a chart for this. I need a chart for this. I wonder if she actually trades any of this stuff. Oh, I've got two Intel charts. No? You guys ready for the weekend? You tuckered out? Everyone tired? Has the price action lulled you all into sleep? Man, Goldman. We should have been buying Goldman with both hands in 2020, eh? Look at that run. Have you had any dealings with business development companies? I mean, development stage companies? BlackRock's another one. Exactly. The one that we did take down was GLW. That was a good one. We actually got in on this look below and fail of 37. Not me, my girlfriend bought it. Credit lenders? No. No. BIDU? No, I haven't looked at that stock in years. Yeah, hindsight is 2020. Should have just been loading up on all this stuff in 2008. Yeah, it is insanely slow, folks. Nobody even asks. You know what stock nobody ever asks for a chart on is Meta. Nobody ever asks to look at that stock, talk about it. Tesla. Oh, look at that. Tesla over 361. Look how the bid on Tesla kept moving up. Interesting. Well, folks, give it another couple of minutes here and I'll let you go. Let's see if we can get down under 87. Let's take out 87. Other than that, just trade less, trade small tonight. Maybe later on in the morning, we'll get some better order flow. Have a good morning, everyone. Sorry about the horrible order flow. Write your congressman. Complain. In the room, there is an investment section. Definitely. Swing trading and investments. And this fall, I'll be including an investment section in my mentoring course because I'm finding a lot of the older population and younger population are interested in something I'm working on is a way for people to find like a no nonsense way to invest in stocks um, and look at a stock from the perspective of somebody who actually builds a stock and is trying to sell it to you. That will really help you analyze a stock when you're looking at it. Um, because let's face it, you don't want to buy a stock that nobody else wants to buy. Otherwise, you don't have the crowd to push it up. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for being with me. I really appreciate it. We will see you at 9:30, and oh, let's hope it's a lot better than this. Really appreciate you guys. If I don't see you, have a wonderful weekend if you're not joining us later on. And thank you again. Come visit us at the Trading Syndicate if you want to learn how to trade in a practical manner with no double talk. We'll save you from the double talk. Thanks, everyone. Have a wonderful Friday. See you in a bit. Bye.